Hey guys, welcome to our webinar. This is Russ Armstrong, and I have
Bobby Dube
and Jay Andrada.
All right, so again, welcome to our webinar, and we're going to go ahead. We got people online with us right now. Excited to present this to you, and we look forward to hearing your comments when we're running this webinar. On the page below, because you're in Facebook, on the page below, you can leave us comments. If you have any questions, you can ask questions. We'll be monitoring that so that we can get those answered for you. And but we'll go ahead and get started. So Bobby, go ahead and take it away.
All right. So today, today we're talking about the simple three-step OPE formula for generating leads and growing an online business. So again, welcome. I want to say welcome. Grab a pencil, a pen, and a piece of paper because you may want to take some notes as we're going through this webinar. And we're going to go ahead and jump right in. So in this webinar, we're going to share 3 simple steps to successfully run any online business. So let's go ahead and take a little trip together. I want you to imagine this scenario. What if you had all the tools and techniques to generate waves of traffic for any offer you had to promote? What if you always had the latest information about what's working now in traffic generation right at your fingertips? What if your business was generating more leads on a daily basis than you knew what to do with? Sounds like a stretch? Well, I used to think so too. But before we show you how you can make that dream a reality for yourself, I'm sure you're wondering, who are these 3 and why should I listen to them? So let's take a minute to go ahead and do some introductions. Again, my name's Bobby Dube. I started my first direct sales business at the age of 16. I owned a residential construction and design firm in the offline world for 25 years. I've been involved in network marketing, online and affiliate marketing. I had a solo ad business for a while. I've run CPA offers on ad networks. I do business and marketing consulting for startups. I currently have a website design business. I'm co-owner in a local advertising agency with one of our other hosts today, Russ Armstrong. I've been coaching and training online, and I have not had a job for over 25 years. I kind of like to do things on my own terms. I'm going to go ahead and let Russ introduce himself now.
Welcome again, guys. My name is Russell Armstrong. I'm a retired fire officer of 31 years. I have owned 11 successful businesses since the age of 18. I kind of had that entrepreneurial spirit that was, I think, embedded in me from my parents. Both my parents were entrepreneurs, and it was something that I just learned from an early age. I currently own 4 online businesses, and as Bobby said, I'm a co-owner of a local advertising agency. I have taught students for the past 34 years, and I've currently coached over 1,300 students and counting in the internet marketing field. So hopefully have a little bit of experience that we can, or that I can, and that we all can pass on to you. We've been through the peaks and the valleys of online marketing, and now we're setting it up into those peak areas, and we want to be able to share our information with you. So we're also going to introduce you to Jay, and go ahead, Jay, take it away.
All right. Hi, guys. Jay Andrada here. Now, my story, I guess I'm going to start when I left college. That was in the 80s. Never mind when. That was in the 80s. And right from the get-go, I was already really excited about going on my own. So I started my entrepreneurial life at a fairly early age. And, yeah, I actually failed a lot. I kept on trying, kept on failing, succeeded every now and then, but mostly I kept on failing. And then later on, towards the end of the 20th century, okay, so things were beginning to look good until the early 21st century, where my wife and I, we got into this business where, well, we went bankrupt, hugely bankrupt. And that's how I ended up getting a job and became a corporate trainer for nearly a decade. But I actually couldn't stand being an employee. Although I enjoyed training, I just didn't want to work for somebody else. So I hopped onto the bandwagon of online marketing in 2011. Struggled for 2 years. Now, I was still holding on to my job for those next 2 years from 2011 until about 2013. But I was able to break away. I was able to quit my job, fire my boss at 2013, and I started coaching soon after, coaching online. And well, I was able to I've been coaching and have been able to coach over 800 students since then. And well, that's my little story right there. I'm also currently a business owner. I've got my own internet marketing business, and I love it. Okay, so today, what are we going to do? Today, we're going to talk about what we have together, all three of us, to offer you. Okay, so what do we three coaches have that you can benefit from? Well, let's see, we've got over 60 years of experience. And by the way, guys, none of us are 60 yet. And we've had experience owning our own businesses. We're close enough, running successful businesses in multiple, okay, how do we say this? Niches, whatever. And we have over 18 years of experience marketing online. Oh, and of course, we have all individually coached our clients. Combined, we have over 2,500 clients under our belt. And we have provided over 900 hours of training online. Sounds like a lot. Again, remember, there's three of us.
We're not that old.
And we have provided coaching and training for some of the biggest high-ticket programs that are currently existing in our industry. All right, so there we have it. I hope this is something that you will consider, and this is why we believe you should listen to us. Okay, so Russell is going to talk to you about the simple three-step OPE formula for generating leads and growing an online business. Go ahead, Russell.
Okay, the three simple steps, and I know nothing in life is simple, but we've tried to boil this down into some basic format, and this is the format that you want to follow when you're working with your online offers. The three steps: choose an offer, promote the offer, and engage with your audience. And it seems like, wow, that's like oversimplified. And I'm going to go into a little bit more detail for each of those letters, OPE, but it really is. If you know the pattern you have to follow for every single thing you promote, that it works. Okay. You know, sometimes we make this stuff way too complicated. And when we do that, especially when we're new at this, the one thing that we find, or the one thing that I found, I got overwhelmed really quick. Felt like I was in the middle of the ocean treading water with no life jacket on. So we want to simplify this for you. And I'm not saying it's not, you know, work that you have to do, and it's you know, you wiggle your nose and boom, you know, there it is for you. But if you keep this three steps in mind, the OPE formula in mind, it'll help you when you're working with your offer. So what is the OPE formula? So again, the first one was, you know, choose an offer. Why does your offer matter? Okay. I look at it as a coach, as a mentor training people. I look at it as, I find it personally easier to promote an offer that I believe in, that I represent, that I work with, that I've had success with, or that I believe I'll have success with. If I believe in the product, it's the easiest thing in the world for me to promote. That's why I never became a salesperson, to just go and work for someone and, you know, get, you know, here's your product for today, go forth and sell it. If I don't believe in the product, if I don't know about it, how can I sell it? All right. If I don't understand it, how can I sell it? Because I know I always hated feeling like an idiot when someone would turn around and ask me a question and I didn't really even know the product. Well, okay, how do I answer that question? And all credibility, boom, right there, instantly went out the window. So I wouldn't make a sale off of something like that. So you got to believe in what you're doing. So that's why it's important to know your offer. Okay. Understand the numbers of your product as well. You know, is this a sellable item? You know, it may be something we believe in, but is it something that's marketable? Okay. So, you know, look at the numbers, do your research first. Then the next thing is, you know, high ticket versus low ticket offer. you know, which way do we go with this? I mean, there are pros and cons to both. You'll find that a lot of high ticket offers actually offer low ticket offers, which we call entry points, to their system. That's how they get you. It's very hard to go out and promote, you know, $10,000, $20,000, $60,000 items right off the bat. That is a very select audience, and they're very, very hard to find. You can find them, but they're a very select audience. Think of, you know, offers you've gotten involved in. You may have come in on a $1 offer, and all of a sudden, you know, their offers go all the way up to $60,000. So high ticket versus low ticket. High ticket are going to be those bigger offers, those more established companies, the companies that they kind of have a ladder that you can work up to, where, again, if you look at a high ticket item, you've got something that if you made 10 sales a month at $1,000, you'd make $10,000 in the month. If you're looking at a low ticket item and the item is worth $100, you make 10 sales, you've made $1,000. So it is to your benefit and your business benefit to go and actually, you know, look for those high ticket offers. Now, in our program, we don't represent one specific product, okay? So just so you know that we're not going to be offering you, you know, product X, product Y, or anything. We're not going to tell you one is better than the other. We have worked with many high ticket offers out there in the industry. But one of the things that we figured out is that people were really struggling on how to promote those. So low ticket offers, if you just want to do low ticket offers, you can do things such as, you know, JVZoo, ClickBank. There are many different places platforms you can go to and present, you know, sell low ticket offers. I will caution you, though, that the low ticket offers, depending on, you know, now if you have like a massive list already, in other words, you've been marketing for a while, you have a big list, then, sorry, I had to shut my door. If you have a big list of people, then low ticket offers work really well just kind of as fillers. But if you don't, if you're actually paying advertising dollars, low ticket offers, you gotta have something that's valued at least at $100 or more, or you'll go upside down when it comes to paying for ads versus what the benefit is. And lastly, you know, 3 tips for selling high ticket programs. You have, you know, again, you want to find a program, and this is high ticket offers. You want to find a program that does majority of the work for you. There really is not a done-for-you system. I have not seen one yet. In my business world, in you know, brick and mortar businesses and so on, when we used to talk about what we would call a turnkey business, that is truly a done-for-you business. You come in basically as an investor or as an owner, you buy into a business, but everything is already done. And your employees are there, your inventory is there, and so on. And they just show you how to run it. Kind of thinking like a done-for-you business would be a McDonald's, okay? They provide everything for you. I mean, everything. They tell you how to advertise. You can't go astray and do your own marketing and so on. But they provide you, well, they don't provide you the employees, but they show you how to hire, how to fire, how to run the business and so on. That's probably the closest thing I would ever think of as a done-for-you business. You don't really find that a lot in internet marketing. Internet marketing usually is if you think of a stool, either a 3-legged stool or a 4-legged stool, we are one leg, meaning as an affiliate, we are one leg of that stool. In other words, our main job is to put people in front of the offer. So our main job is traffic, is to get the people, a targeted audience, in front of that offer. But the high ticket program, they provide everything else for you, the support. They provide the product or multiple products. They provide the sales team. They provide everything that is available. Again, all you're doing is putting people in front of the product. So those are some tips for selling those high ticket offers. Another thing is, you know, let go of the belief that a high ticket offer is hard to sell. Okay, it's not. Again, most high ticket offers, they come in at a low price point anyway. And so you're really not selling the high ticket offer. You know, I'm not going out there and advertising again for a $10,000 offer or up to a $60,000 or maybe even more, $100,000 offer. I'm offering, you know, I'm getting people in the front door maybe for a $50, $100 offer. And I'm letting the sales team of that high ticket offer, if that's what they provide, I'm letting them do the selling from there. So let go of that it's a hard sell. It is a select audience, but it isn't as hard to sell as you think it is. Because again, most high ticket offers, they provide the selling for you. And the key is also the step number 3 is identifying your hungry buyer. And it's with any kind of marketing, whether it's high ticket offer, low ticket offer, you have a brick and mortar store, whatever it is, you have to find the people that are interested in your product. Okay. And that's sometimes the struggling point that most marketers have is again, you know, you look at the offer at first and they say, well, gosh, all you have to do is drive the traffic. Sometimes the hardest thing you can possibly do is drive the traffic. You have to learn how to find that audience, find people with a need that your offer can solve their need. Okay. So those are the 3 tips of your offer, of choosing your offer, why the offer matters, high ticket versus low ticket, and tips for selling your high ticket offer. Now, when we go to promoting your offer, so of the OPE formula, we're now at the P, the promote the offer. All right, define your brand. And what we're talking about is your brand. All right, not the product. Unless you're creating your own product, then yes, you need to define that brand. But in internet marketing, as an affiliate marketer, typically the product's already branded. The product's already out there. There's hundreds of people promoting it, etc. You want to develop your own brand. And the reason you want to do that is because you need to be able to, literally, you're promoting yourself. And by doing that, you build trust, respect, you build a following, you build those email lists. We tell you always the power's in the list, etc. You're building your brand. And think of a scenario if a complete stranger approached you and said, hey, I know you're in internet marketing. Here's a link. You should go and you should buy this product. Okay, you may be courteous and so on, but you know, after they're gone, that information may go right into the round file. Or if you had the other scenario is someone you follow, someone you really trust, a family member, a business associate, you know, but someone you already know, someone you already have a connection with, or like I said, someone you're following, someone you trust, comes up and offers you the exact same thing, you're going to give it a deeper look. All right. Maybe a couple reasons. One, you know, they're going to follow up with you and see what you thought. But 2, because again, you trust them. All right. And if you look at some of the really big marketers out there, that is what they've developed. You know, there are some big marketers out there that promote high ticket offers. It's not their offer. They didn't build the product, but they do really, really well with it. Why? Because they have a massive following and they have worked exclusively on building their brand. They only promote products they believe in to their audience, and their audience eats it up because their audience trusts them. And that is why it's so important to start out building your brand. Don't be, you know, behind the scenes and just promote this product, because there are hundreds, if not thousands, of people promoting a product just like you, the same product as you. You want to stand out and build that relationship with people. One of the reasons why, you know, whenever I introduce myself, and, you know, you heard we all kind of have our story, I always tell people that I came from the fire service. Instant respect right there out of majority of people I talk to. So I use that to my advantage. I mean, I loved that job. I really did. It was a great career, 31 years, but I also use it to my advantage. You notice also, if you've ever followed me, I always have pictures, images with dogs in them. Another in to build respect and trust with people. That is all part of my brand, folks. It's not just because, well, it is because I love dogs, but and I loved my fire career, but it also helps me with my brand. All right, because there are a lot of dog lovers out there. And so instantly I've made sales just because I've been talking about my dogs. So, you know, working on that brand, choosing your target audience. Who is your audience? All right, you got to do some research on that. It's one of the things that Jay and Bobby and I do a lot is teaching people how to target, how to find that audience. Who is your avatar? And then what are they suffering from? What are they needing? And how can your product solve their problem? Because there are two ways to market out there. There's pain and there's pleasure. And I know that sounds kind of cold, but I really target to the pain part. All right. What has people stressed? What is keeping them up at night? What are they hungry for? And what can I do to solve their problem? Versus the pleasure, you know, is showing them the fancy cars, the executive jets, the vacation depots, you know, all of these things, which are pleasure. But I know in my mind, I can turn around and go, yeah, I'd love to do that one day. And so my mind is able to kind of tuck it away and say, I got to concentrate on the things that are causing me the stress and the pain that I've got to get solved first. So that's why I target in that sense. But find your target audience. If you're selling McDonald's hamburgers, you're not going to go and target vegans. That would kind of defeat your purpose. Wrong target audience. You got to find people that, you know, that like hamburgers, that are interested in what you're having to offer. All right. You then need to create a funnel. And what we mean by a funnel is it includes an autoresponder, a capture page, a bridge page, tracking pixels. So a funnel is a pretty elaborate thing. You guys may have already seen those in the products that you offer. You know, they offer a product. You don't just advertise out there and say, hey, here's my product. Well, you give them a link. The link then goes to usually what's called a capture page or a lead page or a squeeze page, or what are some of the other names of these pages, guys?
Landing
we have capture
page,
squeeze page, lead page.
There's a landing page.
Opt-in page.
Yeah.
So, I mean, all these different names, they all mean the same thing. Basically, we're collecting people's data, okay? Typically, it's just an email address. Sometimes, depending on the product you're offering, you may get a name, an email address, and maybe even a phone number. Don't collect data. I will tell you one thing on when it comes to a capture page is don't collect data you don't need. I mean, it's great to have that data, but if I'm asking for a phone number, that means that if someone gives me their name, their email address, and their phone number, I'm going to be calling them back within the next 15 to 20 minutes. All right. Otherwise, why am I giving, people get leery. Why am I giving you this information? Okay. So be very leery. And that's one of the things that we cover in our trainings is that how to build that proper capture page to the product you're promoting. But you want to, you know, your autoresponder. What we mean by autoresponders is a lot of people promote products directly to the company, which means that those emails that you're collecting are going into the company. So they're on the company's, the product you're representing, they're on their autoresponder. They have the power to email those people. Those people really, they're yours, but technically they're not, because you have no way of emailing them directly unless you just privately email them with your own email address. You don't have where you can send out a bulk email to those people. So autoresponders are something that, like when you do go to a capture page and sign up, you notice you start getting emails from those people on a regular basis. That's going into some sort of an autoresponder so that I can take 1,000 people, 10,000 people, I can write one email and send it out to everybody. Okay. So autoresponder, capture page, bridge page. Bridge page usually is where you are branding yourself. So you have an offer, which that's what you're promoting. That's what you're sending out to people, and they get to see the offer, but they don't know who you are. They have no clue of who you are. So I like the fact of bridge pages because the bridge page gets to introduce you before they actually see the sales page of the product you're promoting. So it's bringing you into the light. It's building your brand with that person. Okay. But again, your bridge page has to be geared to the audience you're approaching. All right. I've built many different bridge pages depending on what is the target audience that I'm talking about, because my bridge page not only introduces myself, but it talks about the the problem I'm trying to solve for them. It reiterates the problem and how I can solve it for them with however I market it. Okay, and that's going to be different. You will eventually learn each target audience is promoted to differently, because again, they all have different problems. If I'm promoting something that will help people in retirement, then I'm not going to target people that are in their 20s. They're not even thinking. They have no concept of what retirement is. All right, but I'm approaching people in their maybe mid to later 40s, 50s, and older, because they want to beef up that retirement. Or maybe, you know, they've gotten on the stick and decided, well, maybe I do need to build a retirement plan. Okay, so don't, you know, you got to make sure that you're targeting correctly. You want to, and then tracking pixels, tracking your results. All right, actually, I'm sorry, I skipped one. Choosing your traffic source. It's real important. Where is your target audience? If they're older, you may not find them as much on social media. You may have other avenues that you need to go to, Bing ads, etc. But knowing where your traffic source is, what works well for the product you're promoting. And the first people to ask, if you're an affiliate marketer, is ask the company or ask the product providers what works for them. They should be able to tell you. You know, oh, wow, Instagram's worked really well for us, or several of our big leaders, you know, are super affiliate in this product, or maybe social media or whatever. You got to pick your traffic source, you know, what's going to work best and what's going to put you in front of the audience you're trying to find. But tracking the results, I think, is the number, wouldn't you guys agree, tracking, number one thing that you need to be doing?
Yeah, tracking is so important to know where to spend your money.
Yep, it's all about knowing your data.
Yeah, I mean, you got to know your data, and it's the least sexy part of affiliate marketing or any kind of marketing at all. Okay, it's all numbers, unless you're a really geeky person. It's all numbers, but it'll tell you where are you literally burning your money and where are you spending your money. I consider burning money as when you go out and spend $1,000 on an ads and you get 0 sales. That's burning money. All right. Spending money is when you spend $1,000 on ads and you make sales. All right. So, and trust me, we all do it. Okay. When I start a new ad campaign, I've got 3 of them running right now. It's all experimentation. You know, I mainly advertise in social media, but it's all experimentation until you get the right sequences down, then you run with it. You know, so well, I don't go out and go ahead, Bobby.
Sorry, I was going to say, I think it's important to remember too that it's not always burning money, because if you are tracking, you're essentially investing in data, which is going to help you going forward too. So that's why, you've got to be tracking that.
Because it's going to help you define, all right, am I in the right target audience? Am I using the right source of traffic generation and so on? It's going to let me know, is it working? Is it not working? What do I need to do to tweak it to make it work? But you've got to follow that information. Yeah, tracking is just not, you know, hey, I spent money and I got no sales. That's not tracking. You know, why didn't you get sales? How many opt-ins did you get? How many, you know, how many click-through rates? You know, what was your click-through rate? I mean, there's a lot of data there that you've got to track. So you've got to do your homework here. You've got to track your results, and that will help you refine your ads. Make sure you're in the right source of traffic. Make sure you're targeting the right target audience. And once you put all that data together, it's really going to refine, and you're now going to be doing better and better with your advertising. All right. But if you don't track, you're just going to keep spending money. Sometimes it's going to work. Sometimes it's not. And we've had a lot of students, right, guys? We've had a lot of students that, you know, they just throw the money out there and they hope for the best. You can't do that. I mean, and I have yet to meet anybody that is financially sound enough that says, you know, I don't care what we spend, let's just spend it. All right. I know none of us are even that way. And, you know, we make good money, but it's like, I'm not willing to throw away money. So I want the data, I want the results, and I need to find that out, but I got to track it. All right. So it's really, really important to track your results. Okay. So any questions yet on that? I haven't seen any questions come across. Let me know, guys, if we have any questions come across. Okay. So engage. So the E of the OPE formula, engage with your audience. Now, this is important too, because Bobby, what are the statistics right now on someone buying initially, or how many points of contact do you have to have before someone buys?
Well, I think traditionally it's been 7. So somebody needs to see your offer at least 7 times before. I mean, that's the average. I personally believe that average has risen. I personally believe it's well over that at this point, even up to 12. And of course, that's an average. So some people it takes more, but I think people are so used to seeing offers online and doing the research now. It often takes more than 7.
Right. And what she's meaning by is getting that offer put back in front of the person. Okay. Back in the day, probably when we all started, Bobby J and I started in the internet marketing world, is, you know, I mean, I know when I started, I literally, when I was looking for stuff, I literally had my credit card tapping my computer. I was waiting to buy something. And I would look at an offer and I'm like, holy crud, that looks good. And I'd buy it. All right. And there were a lot of things that I have sitting on shelves, meaning my computer, my virtual shelf, that I still have yet to ever touch. But I bought it, you know, and so I finally learned when I sat down, when I sit down at my computer and I'm looking at something new, my wallet's in the other room. So at least I have to physically get up, go get it, and come back. So I have to think about it. So because we do get caught up in the shiny object syndrome, but we've got to follow up with people. You can't just put an offer in front of them once and you know, like either buy it now or don't buy it. Okay, that's going to be really hard. You would have to get in front of millions of people to make any kind of real money. You've got to put money back in front of people. Maybe the time that they looked at your offer, their boss came in and boom, they had to click off of the sales video that they were listening to. Maybe you know, their power went out, their internet went out. I mean, there's so many different factors that you got to put that. You just want to capture their email address first so that you have that opportunity to get back in front of them. And there are a couple other ways that you can get back in front of them as well. But follow-up emails, really, really critically important. Once you've gotten that person's email, they should instantly get an email from you, and then they should be receiving daily emails from you as well. One, you know, and we go through a whole email sequence in our trainings and so on, but it's more of building that relationship with that person, but also consistently putting that product back in front of them. All right, driving them to that product, trying to find the problem that they're trying to solve and giving them their answer. But the follow-up emails are real important. There again goes back into in the promote area of having your own autoresponder, because now you can personalize those emails. You got to realize that a lot of companies will provide emails for you, which is great, but you still want to personalize those emails, because you got to realize there are thousands of people using the exact same email. So personalize them, change the subject line, add you into it, etc. Do whatever you can to personalize that email. So follow-up series, social media communities. I'm sure some of you may belong to Facebook groups and so on. Great way to keep engaged with people. You can also, you know, create your own Facebook group. So as you're bringing people in, create a Facebook group, because the nice thing about Facebook groups is that every time you post, everyone in the group sees it. They all get the notification that you posted there. Social media communities as well, you know, like in LinkedIn and so on, Twitter, any of those kind of situations, people start to follow you, you broadcast out, and those people get that information. Remarketing, and what remarketing is about is, again, using, when we discussed the tracking pixels in the last slide, remarketing is based on pixels. In other words, when someone has gone to your page, they fired a pixel, and with that pixel in certain platforms, you can actually then retarget or remarket those people. As an example, if you've ever gone to Amazon, and I live on Amazon, everything I buy, because I work my office out of my home, everything I buy is on Amazon because it gets delivered right to my doorstep, is, you know, I'm looking at, you know, floor mats for my new rig. Okay, great. And then all of a sudden I'm on Facebook, and all of a sudden floor mats are starting to appear in the advertisement areas in the news feed. Those exact floor mats that I was looking at, that's remarketing. That's because I triggered a pixel, and it's not because that person knows who I am. It's just through marketing and through affiliations like Facebook and Google and several other large companies out there and big search engines. They utilize these pixels to retarget people. So if you've ever noticed, when you've looked something up on Google, on Amazon, or somewhere else, you all of a sudden have that ad following you. That is that engaging with your audience. That's putting that product back in front of you. And again, they work on the same philosophy. You've got to keep putting it back in front of them to keep reminding them so that they eventually buy it. Okay, so remarketing is very important, tracking those tracking pixels and then utilizing those tracking pixels. Applications and interviews, ways of bringing people in, get to know more about them. Okay, if you have something to offer, you know, offer it as an application. Interviews, surveys work really, really well. You know, get to know your audience. If you're building a social media presence, you're bringing people into your Facebook page or something, ask people in your audience about themselves, you know, because that's going to help you understand your audience. And again, not that, oh, I got to go find a different product to promote to them. But if you can understand your audience through applications, interviews, and surveys, you're going to also see what's keeping them awake at night. What are they looking for? My product will work for them. I just have to present it in a different way to solve their problem. But if I don't ask them questions, I'm just assuming this would be the way that it would solve their problem. I'm assuming what their problem is. So that's why it's really important. And if you notice, there's a lot of surveys out there these days, and people are asking them left and right. You know, what are some of the free survey platforms in like Survey
I think
Monkey?
Survey Monkey is one.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably one of the largest ones. I mean, it's free. You could send that out in an email follow-up. Hey, guys, I just want to get to know a little bit more about you, and ask some specific questions. Okay, otherwise you'll be inundated, and you won't be able to categorize that data. But you know, you could ask some specific questions, and that's, I know, what we've worked with our students is, you know, what kind of questions would you ask? Well, what kind of product do you have? And then we would help those students kind of craft, you know, 3 to 5 question survey. Something real simple, but at least then you get to know your audience a little bit more and what they're looking for. Okay, so really, really important on the engage part. So hopefully you guys got some out of that. Do you guys see any questions that anybody has regarding that?
Not right now.
Okay, all right, perfect. So let's all right, so we just gave you an overview of the basic system that we use to grow an online business. And now that you know what we do, we're going to show you exactly how to do it. So Jay or Bobby, I'm gonna let you guys take it from there. Whoever wants to climb in.
Whoever wants to climb in. So as you can see from some of the steps that Russ went over and outlined, that promoting your offer, marketing and traffic is really one of the biggest and most complicated steps in the process. Choosing an offer, there's some things involved. Engaging, definitely there are things involved there. But the middle part, where building the funnel and all, where to find traffic and how to engage, all that kind of stuff, is really the biggest piece of the puzzle. And we've been marketing online for quite a few years, and we've seen traffic strategies come and go. And there are a lot of great traffic courses available. But the problem with traffic is it's always changing. So most courses are only up to date for a short period of time. Now, in addition to that, after having coached over 2,500 clients, we know what basics people are struggling with. Also, our clients ask us all the time for training in specific areas, and we haven't had one place where we could send them to get all of the training that they need. So, and we don't have a sound effect, so drum roll. There you go. Someone creating a drum roll for us there. We've decided to solve those problems by creating our own marketing and traffic training platform. And we're calling it TInItTogether Team. TInItTogether.team. You know, we've been working together for a long time because we have complementary skill sets, and we realize that that's a big benefit for our clients when we coach and train together. We also realize how critical it is to work with a coach or at least to have somewhere to get your questions answered, especially if you're just getting started. So this is what we're doing. We're creating a membership program especially for you. Our membership platform includes recorded trainings on all things marketing and traffic, technical trainings, which is oftentimes many people's biggest stick point, regular updates on all the latest traffic strategies, live webinars, live Q&A calls, a private Facebook group where you can interact with each other and also have regular contact with us to get your questions answered right away, and so much more. You know, we keep coming up with ideas on a daily basis. We are so excited. And if you're on this webinar, we think you will be too, because we have a fantastic special just for you. Because we're currently building a lot of the training based on the latest strategies, the site isn't as full as it will be soon. So we're offering an amazing deal to our charter members. If you're an early adopter, we have a lifetime membership opportunity available just for you. We haven't officially launched yet, but when we do, the price for membership will likely be $47 a month or $470 a year. But we have a very special deal for our charter members. You won't pay $470 for the year. You won't pay $370 for the year. You won't even pay $270 for the year. We are offering our first 100 charter members the amazing price of just $197. And that's not per year. That's lifetime. That's $197 for a lifetime membership. That's right, $197, and you'll never pay again. You'll have lifetime access to all the latest marketing and traffic training so you can keep a steady stream of targeted buyers in front of your offer. Technical training so you'll never be stuck. I lost my slide. Technical training so you'll never be stuck getting set up again. Live Q&A calls to get all your questions answered. The private Facebook community where you can network with your peers, get your questions answered, and stay on the cutting edge of traffic generation, and all the things we're adding as we go along. So as a charter member, we'll be asking you what training you'd like to see next. So you'll also have input to the type of content you get to discover first, or next, as the case may be. And as a charter member, you'll also have access to discounted pricing on private coaching packages should you decide that you want more one-on-one help. So if you're looking for training and coaching to help you get your business up and running or to get it to the next level, don't wait, because this offer is only available to our first 100 charter members. After we fill those slots, you'll have to pay at least $470 a year, and that price will likely rise as we continue to publish content, because most membership programs with live coaching these days are anywhere from $97 to $497 a month. So don't wait. Click the button below and get started as a charter member today. If you scroll down on the page below the comments, you'll see a button to go ahead and get started. For $197 today, you'll receive lifetime membership in the IITTogether training platform, which is a $470 annual value. Lifetime membership to the private IITTogether Facebook community, access to live Q&A calls, which can be priceless if you're stuck and you can't move forward without a little bit of extra help, discounts on private coaching, and all of the other things that we're adding to the program. We're also looking at an affiliate program that will only be available to charter members. So we have two ways to become a lifetime charter member today. We've got a pay in full price of $197, one-time payment, or the two-pay option. You have the option to pay $125 today and $125 in 30 days. And again, that's $250 total for the two-pay option. That's a lifetime payment, lifetime membership. Of course, we have a full 30-day, no questions asked, money-back guarantee. If you get into the site and you decide that our training just isn't for you, we have, of course, that full money-back guarantee. So don't wait, click the button below and get started today with us as a charter member. I think that's the end of our slides.
That's it.
What would you guys like to add?
Well, I'd like to say something here. I remember in 2011, here I go, I'm going back to the past here. In 2011, when I first started this online thing, I had no idea what I was doing. Okay, just so that you guys know, from 2011 to 2013, I kept on trying to figure things out on my own. On my own. And so for those 2 years, I earned $0 and spent thousands trying to figure things out. And the reason why we set up this program that's being offered to you today, is so you won't have to do what I did in 2011 and for the next 2 years thereafter, figure things out on my own. Guys, this is a wonderful opportunity for you to be able to learn how to build your own business on the fly. I mean, you will have us to help you figure things out. Okay, so go grab this opportunity, be part of the charter team, and we'll be seeing you soon.
Yeah, and I was the same as Jay. I mean, with no mentorship, no training. Some of the products I initially had gotten into, they didn't have a lot of training, and everything was their stuff. They didn't really teach me how to brand myself. And again, if you look at a lot of the big marketers out there, the affiliate marketers out there, the key thing they work on is branding themselves, and then that builds that relationship, that builds that massive audience that they have. And when they come across a new product they want to promote, they already have a massive audience that they can promote to, but they built it because of branding themselves. So, building that trust, that respect, it's much easier to sell that way. And that's one of the things a lot of the affiliate products out there don't really teach you, because it's about their product. And I'm not saying anything bad about them, because it's a good product. That's how we make our money, promoting them. But you can then promote not only them, you can promote multiple products by branding yourself. So it's really good to get involved with people that know how to do this, that can train you on it, and that can move you forward a lot faster than you thought possible, and also without spending thousands of dollars going in the wrong directions, which I'm like Jay, I did the exact same thing.
Yeah, and I think that's a good point too. And I know we mentioned it, but maybe not as well as we could have. And that is that this is not affiliated with any one program. This training is applicable to marketing online across any niche. So you might be involved in a company, a health and fitness company, or a beauty products company. These things that we're training that are in our membership platform really apply to a business online in any niche. So
yes, so yeah. we teach the marketing and the traffic end of it. And so again, where most affiliate programs that you're involved in, they provide everything else for you. We as an affiliate are only supposed to be providing the client, the traffic, generate the traffic to the product. That's what we work on. That's how come this platform works on, like Bobby had said, on any niche. I call it a niche. Any niche that you're involved in, this can be applied to that. So we teach you actually how to market.
Yeah, so I think keep what Jay said in mind. I think we were all in that position where I did the exact same thing. I spent a few years trying to figure it all out myself. And yeah, that's just not the way to go. I wish I had had something like this and a little mentorship and training to really kick my business in gear and save myself that 2 years of spending and not earning.
Absolutely. I didn't start earning until after someone actually mentored me through. And it took me 2 years to be discovered by them. I didn't find them. I didn't even know I was supposed to have a mentor, but the mentor found me. Okay, so guys, this is what it's all about. We're here to help you. Let us mentor you through this program.
So click that button below and become a charter member. Again, this is, you can't beat the price. For lifetime membership, access to the live webinars, the live Q&A. You just, show me another spot on the internet right now that's offering that. And again, being able to help drive. So some of the questions you have, we go out. If we don't have a specific training on it, that's what we do. We'll do the research and we'll create the training for it. so we can adapt to any product that you're promoting. You just have to become a charter member. So click on that button below, leave us a comment below also, and I think we've driven the message home, and hopefully we're going to see you in our system as a charter member, and we look forward to working with you. So any final words you guys have?
I'd just say I look forward to working with you soon. See you on the inside.
Same here. Same here.
All right, everybody.
All right. Yep. Thank you guys for joining our webinar, and you know, it's a recording, or it will be recorded, so you can have you can watch it again, come back into the system and watch it again. And if you have any questions, leave the comments or the questions down below the webinar, and we can address those as well. We monitor all those questions. So we look forward to seeing you in the system and working with you. And we're going to go ahead and call it a day and sign off. And remember, the whole thing about this, we're in it together. Okay, so that is the key. That's where you know, you cannot do this all on your own. And it is, if you look at anybody out there who's really successful in the internet world, they will tell you they did not do it strictly on their own. They worked with a mentor. They worked with someone to be able to help them get to that next level or get started. So we'll look forward to seeing you, and we're going to go ahead and call it an evening. Thank you, guys.
Goodbye.
Good night, everyone.